I don't know about you guys, but your VIP can be a really great place to generate sales and customers and build relationships. And sometimes they're flat. And I know I've had that experience where I'm like, okay, what am I doing wrong? I'm posting, I'm doing all the things, but I don't feel like I'm getting engagement. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels that way. So Katie is going to talk a little bit about tonight about how she works her VIP. So take good notes. I think she's going to talk about, well, I'll let her actually tell you a little bit about herself and then, you know, what she's going to discuss. This may be, we might get to 8 o'clock or we might get done early. So we'll see. But just take some notes, be respectful if you have questions. I'll keep checking the chat and I'll ask Katie as we go along. So Katie, you can unmute yourself. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. I'm super excited. I popped on your guys's super professional, your training with Tracy Rogers. And I think this is what prompted all of this. And I even reached out today and I was like, which ones do you want me to talk about? And she's like, both. So I'm not going to keep you all night. Like she said, I have a child. He is literally playing on the iPad. If my Wi-Fi goes bad, please just be like, you're grainy, we can't see you. And then I'll kick him off the Wi-Fi. So Denise Ball and I have started doing a training with a coach. And basically we've been trying to learn more about algorithms, more about how to work our VIP groups, work our business and things like that. Just as, because we both have lofty goals and we would like to move up in the Color Street world. I'm apologizing now because I have naked nails. I just took my nail polish off because I was like, if they see me with chippy, like ready to come off nail polish, I'm going to look like a really bad leader. So just now they're naked. So that's even better. So I'm going to actually quick go into what I've been doing lately in my VIP group. And what I'm really trying to do is I'm trying to make a connection because I don't know about you guys, but my team is really struggling with getting nail bars because I'm not sure, show of hands, do you get hit up with a Pampered Chef party about 75 times a day, Zaya, all of the above, anything. So same. And I literally feel like I am partied out and so is everybody else. So what I've been doing is I've been adding them as a friend on Facebook. Kind of scary because I'm very protective for the most part of like my life. I try to just keep things a little bit private, but as Angelique would probably tell you, like I'm not that private unless you're my friend on Facebook. So all of that to say, I was a little bit scared of that because now I have to be a little more careful about what I post, but it's been a really positive thing. So long story short, what I do is I friend them and I can send you guys this verbiage that I've been using. And basically what I say, actually, let me grab my notes really quick because we had a birthday Zoom for my dad. He turned 70 today. So as she's talking about her parents, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so relatable. Anyway, okay. So, and of course I can't like find my notes, you guys. All right. So sorry. You know, you would think that if I was doing a training, I would like be prepared. But if you guys know anything about me, I really am kind of a fly by the seat of my pants. My team would be like, yeah, it's super annoying. Okay, so what you do is you message them. And I've been doing this since almost the beginning of Color Street. So a lot of my customers, I have 500 people. You'll see my VIP. I'll show you all of that here in a second. I have a lot of customers that have been in there for several years and people that have been buying from me, people that have been, you know, flies on the wall. But what I'm doing is a day or two after they join, because I don't want them to get, because they literally had this happen. I don't want them to get a message from me immediately after they accept my friend request. So I wait a day or two and I will say, hey, I am starting something new with, a new thing where I'm sending you a thank you. Or you could say, or a welcome gift. And then I go on to say, I know you've been in there for a while, but I just wanted to send something out because I'm doing it for everyone. And I have literally had people follow up and be like, that was the sweetest thing ever. And I'll show you what I put in there here in a second. But I even had a lady that she messaged me and was like, I haven't gotten my special gift from you yet. And I was like, whoa, sis, like I haven't even sent it out. So it's okay. So she posted on my Facebook, got all excited and was like, oh my gosh, like she just was so excited about it. And I think and actually she thought I was asking her to host a Pampered Chef party at first. And so she was like, I don't have any money, and got like real snippy with me, and then realized that I was like, oh, I just wanted to send you a gift. And then she was like, backpedaled and was like, oh, thank you. Yes, I would love that. So long story short, I take these 6x9 envelopes. You can get them on Amazon for pretty inexpensive. I take a catalog with my information on it. I put it right there. And then I take these I made. So these are off like Vistaprint. And I did postcard style. So I knew that I would, if I'm sending a letter to Angelique or I'm sending her something as a thank you, I can use this for anybody. So I could send this to a girl on my team. And then what I have on the very bottom, I'm not sure if you can see that, is like basically my avenues for how they can get a hold of me. So I also add in some goodies. What I write on here is like, thank you so much for being a part of my VIP. And then I say something like, I just wanted to brighten your day with a little bit of happy mail. And then I'm very clear to put a side note and say, please share when you get this. I don't say I don't say in my VIP, I don't say where I want them to share it. I just want them to share it. So they can kind of go with like, oh, if they're somebody that posts a story, then that's something that they could get excited about. My information's everywhere. So honestly, then people could probably like reach out to me if they wanted to. It's always a handwritten note. The only time I do like pre-made is when my team is doing like a free set. Everything is handwritten. People are so like bombarded. And I will tell you, I ordered from Pampered Chef because I have a friend that sells it. She never followed up with me. I spent over $100 with her and she never said a word. And I'm like, did you know that I got my order like 3 weeks late? Did you know that it was coming? Like, we have to be really good about follow-up. We have to be really good about our personal relationships. And that starts by being friends with them on Facebook. So that can also lead you into relationships later for joining your team. So the big things that I add in, then I bought this Tazo tea, however you say it. And then I put a little bit of a little like tea thing on it, and it says serenity. And it says like the meaning of it is the absence of stress while drinking tea, which hello, like everybody's stressed right now. So like, yes, they all want to see that. So I just tape it to that. You can put it on a little bit of cardstock. You could like put it on a little piece of paper and type it or tape it to it. You don't have to get fancy. I can get like 20 of these for like $4, $3 at Target. I think you can get them even cheaper. They have all these different kinds. Make sure they're individually wrapped. It's this brand. I'll just let you all like screenshot that if you want to. Also, this is like the dessert ones. They have like Zen ones, which are really good. I honestly haven't tried them, but I have had people comment on them because they're really excited about it. Then I put in, which if you were on Tracy's call, she talked about being on or going to Ulta and getting a bunch of, okay, now I'm telling you this, you better run to Ulta and like order all that you can, because between my team and your team, like I'm not kidding, we're probably gonna buy all of Ulta out of this. So this pack, when you buy 5 of them, okay, this is hard, I explain things terribly. So when you buy 5 of these, I mean, we know this is $5 for all of those. So $5, I take one out, I don't give them both. I take one out, throw it in there, and then of course, the magic of the whole thing is in a little packet. I have these little packets. So what I do is I have a jewelry bag, send them a sample. I don't say anything in my thank you about, thanks for trying a sample. I don't want them to think that I sent that because I wanted them to try a sample. Obviously that goes without saying. So then I have these little cards that I made. We have an Avery account. that I like all my girls print their stuff off of. So it gives like instructions. They also see that, so it sits like right above. And this is the very first thing they see after their thank you. Very insinuating, like, hey, try this. There's a prep pad in there. And then I made scratch and win tickets. And I actually did this for an event that was like early COVID. And they didn't have a good turnout. So I got a bunch of them back and I was like, why don't I reuse those? So I've actually kept going with it. And then these are scratch off tickets. So again, I made like underneath of that, like there is a deal. So it might be like 5% off, 10% off, free tax, things like that. You can do whatever you want because you're making these. The little stickers are from Amazon. So throw that in the mail. In this, because I do stamps.com, I claim it as a flat, if anybody does stamps.com, a flat 1 ounce, because it's about that. And then I put a non-machinable, I have a little, oh my gosh, where is it? I have a little non-machinable stamper that I got on Amazon. Okay, put that on it, $1. So you're essentially not putting very much into that welcome gift, but you potentially could get a sale out of that. You could get a customer out of that. You could get a future stylist, a future bombshell out of that. You don't know what's going to come of that relationship. Bonus, you follow up with them after. And if they say, I haven't tried it, just be like, okay, when might be a good time for me to follow up with you again? You don't have to do that, but that is something that I would recommend. So for my team, I put out a 222 form. And they do like, when was the date that you sent it? Like follow up 2 days later, follow up 2 weeks later, follow up 2 months later. For some of these, I may not follow up 2 months later, but I will for sure follow up at 2 days and 2 weeks. So another idea, and of course, this is very like, you have to feel comfortable with this. You have to know your loyal customers. You have to know the people that are very, and I always tell my girls, I'm like, you have to make this a personal conversation. You cannot ask, like, you can't put it in a graphic. Nobody's going to do this. What you do is you message your best customers and you say, hey, I'm wanting to expand my business. Would you consider adding 3 to 5 women to my group who might love it like you do? You're not asking for them to host a party. And you could even throw that in there and be like, I really feel like people are bombarded with parties right now. I'm trying to grow my business. Like people right now are like, shop small, support local, help your friends. Everybody's all about that life right now. So what you want to do is you want to try and like play into that. That is a good way to get, I mean, if you think about this, if I have 500 people in my, and I haven't started doing this yet, I have 500 people in my VIP group. Let's say I ask all 500 of them, even if I ask 100 of them and they add 3 people, that's 300 people. That is insane growth, which by the way, I should go into, the one thing that we've learned is groups are like the big thing. That's like 60% of your warm market, or like bringing people out of the cold into your warm market if you are doing the training in January. But pages only bring in 1 to 2% of organic like reaches. So that's what I'm going to get into next. So basically your Facebook algorithms. If you have your computer in front of you and you want to follow along, you're recording this, right? Okay, I better not say anything bad about anybody. Kidding, I'm kidding. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen. Can I? Oh no, I'm just kidding. Can you make me the host by any chance?
Okay, I can, but let me look and see. Doesn't let you do it? Let's see. Hang on. Let's see. Jay. Okay. Where are you?
Sorry, do you guys have any questions while she's looking for that? I know I've rambled like a lot of information.
No, honestly,
but
okay, first of all, I want to say a couple things. I love the tea idea, especially, I'm going to tell you right now, I couldn't drink anything but tea when I was sick. Today was the first day I had a cup of coffee in 2 weeks because it tasted like liquid dirt. So honestly, like I just thought the tea idea was so great because it's something that they can, first of all, it's comforting, it's warming, it shows you care, it's something they can utilize, you know, it's travel. I mean, you travel with it. I mean, it's, I don't know. There's something, I don't know why I haven't thought about a tea bag, but that I loved it. I thought that was such a great idea. And I have not, today, it's funny that you said that because I was like, how am I going to get back in the saddle again today? Because I was really struggling. And I want to send out samples, and I've not gotten into my address book ever. So in 3 years, I've not opened my address book to send out samples. So I am going to take your idea and do that. The other thing that I bought too, and is super inexpensive, and I bought them from Etsy, are those cute little hair ties that are, you can wear them like a bracelet or you can put them in your hair.
They're like the phone cord ones.
They're just tied in a knot.
Okay. Yes.
And
Oh
they're
yeah. Like
fabric. So like for me with my, I have, new branding. So I picked all hot pinks, but I have all, like Jen, do you have it up? Do you have it?
Oh, those are so cute.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I have different, like that. It's exactly that, but it's got florals or like a Moroccan print or whatever. And just it's so easy to just throw that in there. I can't believe that it was $1. Like, I'm kind of like, okay, I got to get on stamps.com because I'm paying way too much money.
Well, and I honestly, I feel like when you go to the post office, and those of you that do stamps.com, correct me if I'm wrong, when you go to the post office, which first of all, like ain't nobody got time for that. And I am too lazy to go to the actual post office. I'll be like, yeah, I'll mail it out. And then like 5 days later, I'll be like, I didn't mail that out. So I found it easier for me to do at home. Plus you don't have to deal with like the grumpy post office workers. Sometimes they're grumpy, maybe just in my town, but they get a little like, you can't mail this, you know what I mean? So I feel like this is something, oh, thanks. I feel like it's something too that you kind of control it. I have yet, knock on wood, to have any come back at that price point. So I do put non-machinable all over it because you're paying more for that than you are a non-machinable stamp. So I'm
totally doing this. Like I love it. Great.
I actually, two random stories. I used to buy LuLaRoe. I had a friend that sold it that was local, and she never said thank you, and it really bothered me. And there was a lady across the country that wrapped it in like this cute tissue paper, put tape on it, put a little thank you on it. She wrote me a handwritten thank you. Like the packaging itself was just like, it was so much better. And it wasn't just like, oh, here you go, thrown in a LuLaRoe bag. It had like thought put into it. It had like care put into it. And I feel like right now, to stand out from anybody else, that's something that you need to do.
That, you took the words right out of my mouth. The reality is how many of us on this call are missing opportunities for that. I'll tell you, my number one salesperson on my team came on because of a personalized note. Like that is it. And I mean, I gotta tell you, I gotta up my game. Well, I'm okay with it because I've upped my game with my packaging. I'm telling you, people get all geeky about how cute packaging is, and you don't have to spend a lot of money, and you don't have to be all daddy warbucks to get it done. But you're right, you're missing the boat if you don't have the cute packaging or the cute follow-up. And I'm with you. I had to
let these people in that are in the waiting room.
What?
You want me to let these people in that are in the waiting room? I just realized that
Yeah, because now, girl, you's in charge.
Okay. Okay. So really quick, I bought Rodan and Fields my first time, and she's a loyal customer, and so I kind of felt like I should. And I have another girl that had reached out, like sent me stuff, and I grew up with her, and our families are really good friends, but she grew up in the same town. Long story short, I have the longer connection to the one girl. She sent me stuff, never followed up. And I'm really like a follow-up person. So this girl just sent me a thank you package for placing an order. She sent me one of those like face shaver things. Like in the mail. I'm like, okay, first of all, somebody might have thought that was like a weapon, but I was super excited. She like went above and beyond. And so that's really what it is. It's going above and beyond. Okay. Let me share my screen because now you guys are probably like, holy smokes, sister, you need to quit talking. Let's do this one.
Not me. I haven't talked to anybody, so I'm like, bring it on.
Okay, I can't see the chat, so if there's any questions, somebody let me know.
Okay.
So here's my Facebook group. Okay, so this is my VIP. I, again, also am working on my branding. So funny that it's hot pink because look what mine is too.
Mm-hmm.
So, and like rose gold, like I asked my team, I'm like, what do you think of when you think of me? And so this is what they gave me. So what you want to do is you want to go down to your growth under insights. This is something that used to be on pages or is on pages, and it never used to be on groups, but because people are using groups so much on Facebook, they've made this a thing. So what you can see here is clearly my numbers are all over the place, but I am working on getting it better. So look how these are improving, changing, all the things. So what it does is the last 28 days, this is kind of your zone that you want to live in. And actually, let me pull up the date, the actual number of what she told us. Oh gosh. Okay, so oh gosh. Okay. So what you could do is you go down to like active members. So I have 520 people on my, can you guys see this okay? Is it big enough? Do I need to make it bigger? Is that good? Angelique?
You're good. You're good.
Okay. So what you're doing is you're looking at your active members. If you're not sure what these things are, beautiful thing right now, it'll tell you what it is.
They want to know if this is a business page or a private group.
This is a private group. Business pages are no mas. No, you get 2%, 1% to 2% new with that. This you get 40%, or I'm sorry, 60% new people. Like you have organic growth is basically what you're going for. And this is what you're trying to improve. So this is my last 28 days. Let's just talk about maybe this would probably like election day or something. I don't know. So all these numbers are kind of all over. So I'm in the beginning of working on this. So I can kind of see how many people are active through all my posts. Okay. Then you go back to, oh gosh, where did this go? You're going to go over to engagement. So here's where you really want to live. And I am working on reducing mine because in 28 days, you should have 62 posts. It's 60 or 62. I got to find the number. So sorry. But so what you want to do is you want to make sure that you have that you don't want to do more than 2 posts a day, basically. Okay. So you want to make sure, and I think I had like 80 some. So that's why my numbers have dropped so much is because I had way too many posts. These are my posts and these are my comments. So your point and you want to get those engaging posts. So you want to see what's getting their attention, what's getting them in, what's getting them engaged. The active members, again, you can kind of see over the last 28 days how many active members there have been. Reactions. So this would be like your likes, loves, all of that, okay? And then you can pull all of it together. I don't do that. I look at things one at a time because it just is more helpful. Again, you're looking at this, but the big place you want to live in is this, the popular days. So Sundays are my worst, or no, Sundays are my least popular day. So I need to amp up my posts or my engaging posts on those days to get more people interested and excited. Now, if you look at this popular times, and of course I am all over the place right now, but like this used to be like, there used to be like a line all the way across and like different ones, but because I'm figuring my business out in the algorithms, in the VIP groups, this is now starting to even out to what it should be. So like Thursday, for some reason, Thursday is my best day. So I should be running like a sale, an offer, a discount, something to amp up my own sales those days. And then the days that I'm the lowest, Mondays and Sundays, I need to be doing something where I'm getting more engagement. Oh gosh, I forgot that I'm adding people. So sorry. Okay. I keep thinking it's chat, but it's not. So what I want to do then is I want to go over to Monday. When are people the most active on my group? They are 8 p.m. Okay. If you think about it, kids are in bed, kids are going to bed, people are sitting down finally for the first time and they're like scrolling, mindlessly scrolling, or they're like, okay, let's see what's going on. Tuesdays, my best time, 8 p.m. My best time on Wednesdays, 8 p.m. So guess what time I post usually now? 8 p.m. Because I want, and again, like this is a random one, but like Friday, for some reason, everybody lives in like the 5 to 7 zone instead of like the 9 and 8 zone. They're more like, yeah, it's kind of weird. So basically my 5 to 6 hour on Friday is my like key time. However, until recently, Thursday was my worst day and Friday was my best day. So you can tell where I've been amping things up because now Thursday is my best day. Saturday, 7 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m. I actually thought this was 7 a.m. because that's what it used to be. So 6 a.m. because people are getting woken up by the kids and they're, again, mindlessly scrolling. Sunday, my popular time is at 5 p.m. So you can kind of see when other people are on, but it's not very much. Then you go down and you see what are your most like seen, what are your most popular posts that you have. So this would be, I made a video for the fall sets, or I'm sorry, for the winter sets when they're coming out. And you can see there's 47 comments. When somebody comments, you always comment back. You always comment at least 4 words, and you always comment back. You always say, like, try to say as much as you can, okay? Again, that's gonna help your insights and your algorithms. So, and this is, I'm gonna point this out really quick. You don't want this to be, I think Becky talked about this, you don't want this to be like a really long thing. One of my videos was 19 seconds. I think that was about the Halloween stuff. Maybe it was about Thanksgiving. And I had people like going crazy over it because they don't want to sit there for a minute and watch them. Okay. The next one is, and I'm guessing, okay, so this was my live to talk about the holiday sets. People sing and love the holiday sets. So I look like a hot mess in this. This is actually what I normally look like. Don't get excited. This is not what I normally look like, what y'all are seeing tonight. So these are, again, you're just going to go into and see what your most popular posts are. I mean, this was me that day. So these are kind of your places where you're seeing. What you want to pay attention to is the comments, the likes, loves, whatever, and then the post reach. Does that make sense? Does anybody have any?
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, but holy crap, you've reached 430 people in your VIP with that post?
Yes. I mean, we got excited about that one.
That is incredible. That is incredible. And what great information. I mean, I have no idea. I'm like, I don't know, maybe 5.
Well, and like, instead of, I mean, here's what I've been telling my team, and here's what I've been telling a lot of people, like, not a lot of people. Posting at 10 a.m. when it works for you, not a good idea. Schedule your posts. And that's like the biggest thing. Like, you don't even have to have send share anymore because Facebook lets you schedule posts in groups now. And that used to be a no. You can also do it on pages if you're interested in doing pages. But I mean, this is just look at the reach for all these. They're all over, well, they're all over 200.
Katie is being a coach to share this information. So if you guys are not getting that, she is, let me put it this way. She's using her money to learn how to boost engagement in her VIP group to come and tell us for free how to do it. So I hope to God you guys are taking this seriously and going to ask questions or share this with your team or whatever, because who would like to get engagement like this? Through 430 people reached on a freaking post. That is
a post about Halloween, about getting drunk. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to think that 400 of my people would love that, but they don't. And I'm doing something wrong. And I didn't even know I could so I know Debbie had asked, how, once again, do you go and look for the admin tools, Debbie?
Yep. Do you want me to show you again?
Yeah, one more time.
Okay, let me go, let me just kind of, for some reason, I can't see that side of okay, let me just scroll out here. I am having issues with my screens. Okay, nobody knows what's going on. All right, I'm gonna go down to my VIP group, and I am going to go to, I just had a brain fart. Okay, this stuff is not even where it should be. Maybe it's because I'm sharing
It's probably because you are sharing with me.
It's okay. Anyway, okay, it's popped back up. No idea how that happened, but you're going to go over to the side. Usually these things are showing up, like the member requests, things like that. Goodness sakes, with all okay, I'm going to try and make it bigger so you guys can see this. So it'll come like down below. Why am I having issues? Okay, never mind. Can you guys see that okay though?
I can.
Okay. Let me just try okay, so scheduled posts. Again, let me quick go to that. Also, really quick, pause. You should have membership questions. If you don't, screenshot this really quickly. You should have questions, because you know what I'm asking them? First of all, do you have a stylist? Second of all, have you ever tried it? Third of all, do you want to try it? Or do you want free products? Cool. Okay, anyway, pending, that's all stuff that you can look into later. Okay, scheduled posts. I don't have anything scheduled, but if I was smart and if I was still working full time, I would have this scheduled out for the entire week for the times that people are active. So I go down to insights, and on that, I'm going to see growth, which is basically showing you how your group has done over the last 28 days. Okay. Then you're going to click on engagement, and this is where you live. This is where you want to be working on. You want to figure out what your time frame is. What do people love? If you noticed, not all of my posts were directly about nails. Actually, let me pause really quick. So some of these are about nails, tips and tricks, pumpkin seeds. I posted about pumpkin seeds and people went stinking nuts. You just ask a question. People love to give their opinion. Okay. So, yeah. So you can kind of see if you go to yours, if you've been a stylist and you've had a group for 28 days, this will pop up. It will be there. And then what you really want to do is you want to see your popular days, and you want to amp up the days that are not popular. I'm forgetting the lady.
I love this. I almost feel like it's kind of a game. It's like a video game. I'm going to try to get these people to do something on this date. Let's see what I can throw up here and see. I mean, I put my assistant did it, but it was about bacon. You know, which bacon do you like? And it was all from old man limpy bacon to crispy, gross, black burnt bacon. Right. So it's and boy, oh boy, that got somebody jazzed. You would be blown away by what gets these people going. But this is such great information, Katie. And also it gives you a directive to start. You know, it's okay, where do I begin? How do I know when to post? You know, what do I do? This is really good information.
Good. I love it. The one thing I really quick will say too is make sure that you're on brand. And I know that's probably a little bit of foreign language if you're like me and are not in sales to begin with. You want to make sure that you're on brand with what you're advertising. So for me, I'm not going to start talking about cars when I usually talk about food or things that are funny. So you know, just try to be on, and I'm not saying because of what Angelique just shared, I'm saying like in general, you need to be staying on brand. So like if you love to cook, I have a girl that just joined and she is all about food. We came up with her name and it's like Finger Foodie or something because she's a foodie. And so most of her stuff's going to be about food, fingernail polish, and other things that like go with those two things. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah. I am thoroughly excited to actually go look. You know, I'm one of those like ostriches. Like I don't want to really pay attention to things if I'm afraid. But I think that for me, I really would like to beef up my VIP. I feel, you know, I feel like I could definitely, that's an area that I could strive to be better in. I have so much opportunity there, and I think I'm totally squandering it. So this has been really great information, Katie. Thank you so
Good.
much. Seriously. I appreciate it. Okay, so let me just double check before we hop off. Megan says, this is everything I needed. Thank you so much. Can you see the insights on your mobile or just on your desktop?
Let me look really quick. You should be able to do it on both.
Yeah. Debbie, you need to get a freaking upgrade. Oh, I don't blame you if you don't want to upgrade to new Facebook. Oh boy. Jennifer Robinson wants to know where do the top contributors go. Is that still available? The top contributor?
I don't do anything. I think you had to pick that, and I think I said no. I didn't want to do that because maybe I find it. I don't know.
Courtney Page says top contributors are under members. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, this is on here. Yeah. Okay, so if you have an iPhone, this is this little like I'm not sure if you guys
that
can
little
see that,
shield
the
thing.
little badge.
Yep.
Tap on the badge, and I was literally like going like this. Okay, it is right across the top, you guys.
Yeah, cool. That's really cool.
Yes.
So here's the thing, guys. I'm gonna challenge you, you know, for the rest of the month, you know, a couple things like get yourself some tea bags and you know, get your VIP, you know, make a commitment to send it to a percentage in your VIP group. I don't care if it's 10% of your VIP, 50%, or if you want to be overzealous and it's holiday season and we're all sitting home literally not doing anything. Do 100%, but do that and ask 10 of your bus customers to add those 3 people. Start looking at your insights, figure out what your best days are. I have no idea if my best times are at 8 p.m. on every single day of the week except for Monday and Sunday. I have no freaking clue. And here I am just like, I am willy-nilly in that. Like I am literally, there is no rhyme or reason what I'm doing. And if they give you insights, take advantage of that and utilize it. Katie, honestly, how do I dump people from my VIP? How can I tell who has never even looked? There are people, my understanding, Katie, you can please tell us if you know this answer. If they're not active in there, they can take a hike.
Yeah, and here's the thing, it's up to you. First reaction is like, do you need to dump them? I don't know. Like I don't know.
They say it does jack with your algorithm.
Yeah.
But Megan has a great thing. Don't jump. You never know or dump, she probably means. You never know what seeds you're planting. And that's the truth. You don't.
Well, and especially I had customers come out of the woodworks during shutdown. Yep. And honestly, like people that never bought from me, and I'm like, don't you get your nails done? And they bought like crazy.
Yep. I think we're good as far as questions, unless you guys have some other ones. But Katie, wow, like, you know, first of all, thank you for sharing what you've paid for, learned, the advice that you've taken and have had work for you. I seriously appreciate it. I know my team does too. And Everyone says thank you. So thank you so much. Really, truly, I really appreciate your time tonight. Go be with your kid. Thank you guys for coming on. As always, you know, I so appreciate you taking time, investing in yourself, in your business, in our team. And Katie, if there's anything I can do for you, just let me know. But truly, thank you. This was such great information. I'm actually super excited to go try it myself.
Yes, go check it out. And if you guys have any questions, like, hit me up, send me a message, send me a screenshot and be like, okay, what do I do? So yes, thank you for having me.
And if there was any information that you guys, like Katie said, like, if you want to send me some verbiage, Katie, you know, and then I can put it in the replay with this video, that would be great. Kind of like what you use for shipping, what the postage was, like those are specific things that people don't know. Verbiage would be awesome. Kind of maybe a breakdown of what you put down. I don't want to cause you any major, work here, but if you just,
you're fine. I actually just did a training with my team just about my welcome gifts. And so I literally can copy and paste everything that I shared with them. So it worked. We're fine.
I will download this and I will get it posted. And then I will also add the links or the information or whatever you send me, Katie. So thanks, you guys. I love y'all. We will catch up this week. Thanks again.
Thanks, Katie.